Thank you all so very much for joining us. Today we are talking about Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Griffin Incident. Erica, real quick, what were your thoughts about today's episode?
I absolutely loved it because anything that has something to do with something creepy, I'm loving it. I love a good thriller. I'm totally into horror and thrillers and suspense. So they ate.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. All right, so this is gonna be like conversational. It's not gonna. Well, we are gonna have some questions, but it's more conversational than anything. The USS Griffin vanished 9 years prior to its discovery, leaving Starfleet analysts to hypothesize that it was either destroyed by a Klingon bird of prey or scattered across space by a warp-induced stellar flare. Upon boarding, the landing party finds an operational ship devoid of bodies or escape pods, with systems that suddenly reawaken despite power having expired years ago. Given Spock's observation of severe scientific contradictions, why does Starfleet order the derelict towed directly to a classified Division 12 facility rather than permitting open scientific analysis? And what does this reveal about Starfleet's covert containment protocols?
I think they're just nosy. It's simple, just plain and simple, nosy. No one else has figured it out. They thought, let's go poke around and see if we can.
Okay. So I was kind of intrigued. They used Division 12, and for the most part, throughout most of Star Trek, we've never heard of a Division 12. We've only heard of Division 12 in Strange New Worlds. And so in my mind, what I'm thinking is, okay, there's a lot about space that they don't know and they need to understand. And so they created this Division 12 to help them understand all that they don't understand about space. But I mean, you kind of summed it up. They know.
They're always voyaging into unknown territory, a whole new world for a reason, I'm supposing.
You're right. Whole new world. You're right. All right. So Spock identified. Oh, by the way, have you seen what was it? Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock. It was a movie years ago. You did? So you remember? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we gonna be talking about that just in a little bit. So Spock identifies a trail of negatively charged ions, indicative of a human survivor drifting into space. Yet the trail terminates abruptly without evidence of a hull breach or a shuttle launch. When contrasted with Security Chief Rose Harper's security logs describing madness, internal violence, and mass space beaming, what does this physical evidence suggest regarding the entity's ability to manipulate matter versus raw sensory perception?
Okay, so the idea is that it's an entity on board doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think that it is extremely powerful and dangerous. And clearly it's into nothing but mischief. Probably just like the one last season, but this one's worse because the last season, the entity was into fun and games. This one was dark and calculated and manipulative. Same kind of manipulation, but super dark.
You know what? I was stuck wondering, like, what was its end goal? Was it just to kill everybody, or what? Like,
I think it's almost like a Loki type of thing. It enjoys chaos.
Just for the chaos of it all.
The chaos of it all. Like, it's just like when they talk about angels and demons. Some demons just like to see things burn. There doesn't really have to be a reason. It's enjoyable. It's fun.
I love your face when you said that. Is it no reason? What are you talking about?
There's no reason. Were you not entertained? I was.
I was entertained. I can honestly say that I enjoyed this particular episode. The past two episodes
could be more than one places at one time.
Yes.
Messing with more than one person at one time.
And the fact that they knew so much about these people.
And was it one entity or multiple?
I don't know. I don't know. All of
Was
these questions are
now part of me wondered, like, was the death fueling it?
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Get people to die, and that makes it more powerful.
Yeah, it absorbs your life source or something.
Mm, mm. Okay, so earlier I was talking about Star Trek 3. So have that frame of reference in mind. The entity aboard the Griffin attacks James T. Kirk by weaponizing hallucinations of his son, David, and projecting the violent death of his brother, Sam Kirk. In a declaration, the entity taunts Kirk with the assertion that his son will die alone instead, at the end of a blade, no less. How effectively does this episode utilize prophetic foreshadowing regarding David Marcus's ultimate fate in Star Trek III: The Search for Spock? And does establishing Kirk's latent paternal guilt in this era deepen his overall character arc?
It absolutely deepens the character arc because, like, I think that's what this show does a really good job of doing, connecting all of the Star Trek um eras together and making it like linear. I think that's super cool too.
Mm, mm. In my mind, what I was thinking was, this entity has got to be really, really strong because it knew the future as well as the present. It
Mm.
was psychologically
Mm-hmm.
tormenting Kirk, while at the same time giving him some sense of the future. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about even Spock, just that internal conflict that he has between being half Vulcan, half human, it knows everything that's going on in these people's heads, and it's making use of it. And I was like, whoa.
And what's insane is when he woke up and saw he cut his own ears.
Mm, mm.
He looked down and was like you're in my head. But he knew it was in his head. He just didn't know it. He was doing it to himself.
Yeah.
So I know that had him on a whole nother level. And I honestly feel like for once he might have felt fear, like real fear, like real human fear.
So,
Like, sure, that's not Vulcan, but let me tell you, it's feeling.
so does that trauma accelerate his regression into emotional suppression?
Absolutely. Because
Why do you think?
listen, fear, fear of loss, fear of not attaining something, fear of not being loved, fear is crippling. It is not the most enduring human emotion that we have. Fear makes you have fight or flight, you know? And then or paralysis. And in that moment, he had no control, all because he had human fear.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see him being trying to be more Vulcan or suppressing more of his human side off of that for sure. And honestly, based off of this especially this show, I would say he's way more human
Mm.
than I've ever seen him before. But he's also way younger.
Yeah, and that's actually in keeping with what we knew from the very first episode ever recorded of Star Trek. Spock had he was displaying a lot of human emotions, and what we saw in Strange New Worlds was that was a conscious choice of his to
Mm-hmm.
kind of explore his human emotions. So to your point, you're correct. But there was something that happened that made him say no more. I'm 100%. I'm gonna fall in line with this Vulcan logic. And
It saved his life.
yeah, yeah,
It's only so human people can be.
hold on, wait a minute. My sister just broke her TV, and all of a sudden she got a new TV. Like I'm trying to figure out how she
Where
ain't got
that
nothing
came
to do with Star Trek. But
from? Where that came from?
I'm yeah.
Ain't nobody want TV around, yeah. You understand?
Okay.
Understood. I like my TV too.
All right. So La'an Noonien-Singh is subjected to intense psychological manipulation by the spectral projection of Rose Harper, who coaxes her into accepting her violent lineage, culminating in La'an stabbing Kirk. Given the episode's haunting final image, where Harper's ghost appears in the window, placing a finger to her lips, how does this encounter alter La'an's struggle against her inherited augment legacy? And what are the operational implications of Captain Pike expunging her violence from the official mission log? It's a lot, I know.
I'm rereading it. I think it worsens it. I think Captain Pike might have soothed it for the moment, but I think she's going to have an intense paranoia about herself. Didn't they say that she had a little bit of Vulcan in her?
Really? A little bit of
I,
Vulcan in terms of her intellect?
I
Or,
but they said she was augmented with a bunch of things, right?
okay, yeah.
But I assumed that I heard, you could tell me if you go back and look. I could have sworn they said she had Vulcan in her.
Okay. I'm going to take your word for it.
I'm not sure, I couldn't misheard. But I heard it twice for certain because I've watched it. I had to rewind it a bunch. I got children.
Now, why did you have to rewind it?
I got kids. They want to talk to me after school every day. If I happen to be watching something when they walk in, pause. Pause. Go ahead. I'm listening. You just got to give them that time because they want to be in your face and then they want to leave you alone and they come back 5 minutes. This whole thing. So I just think that, but I know it's something insidious that she's supposed to be altered with as well. Something she just absolutely detests. And it's whatever it is. I heard at the end of the last episode that she feels like she's stronger and she can't feel physical things. So she
Right.
already feels like a monster. So I think it added a layer of truly like believing I might be a bit like half monster.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a number on her.
How much of it is knowing that her family had something to do with war, and she's like the offspring of that, and feeling like you know what I'm saying? Like if you found out that your parents were Nazis,
I knew you were going there.
how would that impact your psyche?
I try not to put my thoughts ever in the feet in the shoes of the colonizer. However, if I had ancestral lineage, I would struggle with who I am as a person, like regardless of like if we take race out of it, I would definitely have a problem with knowing that I was a part of something so hateful. And I would see it as something more than just, oh, it was the times. It's like, no, you are crazy. Like crazy. Like you try to exterminate a whole people and justify it. And had you not been stopped, what next group would you be working on?
Yes, that part.
You coupled a lot of people all together.
That part.
So no, that's an issue. So I would probably be working like overtime to try to prove to myself and others constantly that that's the case. And as far as Captain Pike, I just feel like that's my boy.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't telling on her. Now, is he an issue? Administratively, probably. He probably a whole problem. They probably needed to know that. But just like his the person over him last episode omitted some stuff. I think that's a part of understanding. That's the real logic.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree.
Compassion is part of real logic.
Mhm.
Like, yes, your X's and O's, dotting I's, crossing T's, everything in order. But that is the good part of humanity.
Mhm.
Knowing where compassion is significant.
Mhm.
And knowing when the person, like, even just putting them in trouble could just send them in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So in this particular episode, the director utilizes specific spatial design choices aboard the Griffin, including green tinted computer interfaces, liminal hallway lighting, long static shots, and ambient audio motifs like crying infants and wind-up toys to generate sustained dread. How do these stylistic choices distinguish the Griffin incident from previous Star Trek horror attempts, and how effective is the juxtaposition of standard Starfleet interiors with eerie domestic sounds? Basically, how was the aesthetic in this particular episode, and how did it make you feel?
It was super creepy. I quite enjoyed it. It reminded me of current era scary movies, but in space, which makes it worse. It also reminded me of things off of Aliens.
Okay.
You know, like, remember the Alien movies, how things would be?
Mm-hmm.
But they had like creepy figures walking behind. I was like, not Walking Dead. Only it ain't even there. Right? I saw the little body in the back. I said, hold on, rewind. Huh? Did I not look, or did that just pop up? It just popped up. I said,
popped up.
I said, hold on, baby. You talking about who gonna run? Soon as my flashlight would have went back there and I ain't see nothing. Knees to chest. Knees to chest.
Okay, beam me back. I want to go back now.
Man, I'd have been got off that ship somehow. And then to blow up the ship that came on, baby. And why y'all split up? Y'all ain't human enough for me. Cause baby, I'd have told you immediately. Yes, I believe in ghosts. Y'all needed Aurora on that motherfucker. Y'all not leaving me nowhere. I'm with you. You with me. We come together. We leave y'all.
Yeah.
Don't take off your damn mask. Why is we take off our mask?
I ain't breathing that air.
Listen, as soon as it lit up on its own, I'd have put that thing back on. Not on my watch. That's how y'all ain't seen no scary. So y'all ain't got no scary movies in the future. Somebody told me one day all you would have seen is elbows and ass cheeks. I said, me, baby. Me. I'm scary as shit. I go in a haunted house knowing it ain't real, get scared. Just for the So did you freak me out? All right, y'all, I'm about to go. I did good. I'm about to get up out of this maze. Anyway.
Yes, indeed.
But seriously, did you think about that? Like, baby, why is y'all still there?
Every time I see a horror movie, every time, I can't do it. I be thinking a little too much, you know.
Yeah.
Some people be in the moment, but I be thinking, that's to go. I got to go. It's like Cape Fear. It's like Cape Fear. You see a tiger, a lion, a bear in your backyard.
And you ain't go back in the house before you saw anybody else? I wouldn't even have a chance to talk to Max Katie. Elbows, ass cheeks. What? You back? Baby, we saw him from the porch. Go ahead home now. Through the blind. What you wanted? Drop it on the porch. Drop it on the porch. Drop it on the porch. I ain't coming outside. It ain't safe. Matter of fact, your life in danger.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, all right. So many critics regarded this particular episode and had some clear divides between praise for its horror pacing and frustration over its complete lack of in-universe scientific explanation. In other words, there wasn't enough science. Unlike
Okay.
traditional episodes where the crew identifies an anomaly and engineers a technological solution, the entity aboard the Griffin remains unclassified and undefeated, with the crew merely escaping. Does this unresolved ambiguity undermine core Star Trek storytelling paradigms, or does it successfully reinforce the terrifying vastness of an unpredictable galaxy?
I mean, all the science in the world don't mean spirit's not real.
Mm.
Don't mean that entity ain't a ghost. Don't mean God's not real.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the way I look at it is like, sure, it's not enough science, maybe, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Some things can't be scientifically explained no matter how much you flip it, flop it, and rub it down. Even on Earth. So you think that's going to be different when we voyage out into space and go adventuring out and trying to figure out things? You don't think that they got their own versions of ghosts out there somewhere? Or if there are, if, not if, I choose to believe there is a God, you know? So, or demons and devils that
In this particular episode, they didn't have enough information about that particular entity.
So you're saying that if things were labeled as a god, they know a beginning and an end to it?
No, I'm just saying, like, for instance, are you familiar with the Q?
No.
So in Star Trek: The Next Generation, there was a godlike being called the Q or Q, and he had basically all of the powers of a god. But he would tell you, nah, we were human, not humans, but we were entities just like you. We just evolved.
I gotta watch that episode. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see what you're saying though, because so it doesn't fit into the Star Trek theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's rate this particular episode. Mayfair to 10. What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5, but I loved it. I'm gonna
Okay.
still give it 7.5 though.
Okay. I'm gonna give this particular episode an 8. And I believe, like we talked about, I love the fact that they tied in the future. I love the fact that James T. Kirk's present was part of it. Like there was an entryway for all the characters that experienced something, and it made sense in the world in which they live in that particular moment, and it was able to carry storylines forward. It gave some richness, some cayenne pepper
Yeah.
to what we're watching, and I appreciated that, so I gave it an 8.
Okay. I gave it a 7.5 because I felt like there was still stuff I wanted to see or wanted to know, or things that could have happened sooner, or things that could have been additional. Like the whole scene with your girl and all these entities. I mean, well, and all these dead shit people.
Mm-hmm. What happened to them?
Yeah, like why are they there? And
Mm-hmm.
like why isn't it explained to her why she sees the dead people of her past?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
all of them weren't necessarily dead, you know? Or were they?
I mean, I was left to assume that they were, but I mean, anybody could assume the opposite.
And then homegirl, did she kill herself?
Which one?
The one with the crack face. Puzzle face, you know?
The one in the last shot who did this?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, she was there, so we gotta assume that she's still alive.
She died, or was she the entity?
I think she was the expression of the entity.
Then where the fuck did she go?
I think she's still there.
It would have been nice to see some bodies. Like Spock saw some dead people, but who were those? Who the fuck were they? Did they kill themselves?
I think they were people on the ship.
And then when they finally got teleported out, you didn't get to see if everybody was dead on the ship the whole time, and they just couldn't see it.
Right. They said, and I believe you said it. Like some people teleported, like I'm assuming, into space.
Oh, themselves into space, just died.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They said, I'd rather die than keep doing this. Which I understood, but I was like, was she one of them? Or was she a recording? Like, I wanted closure.
Maybe we will in later episodes.
True. But that's why it's a 7.5, because I was like, wait, you can't give me a woman that's like the woman off the Ring and then not give me nothing else. Now, you got to give me a full body thriller. You hiding from me. Give me the whole thing. You know, unless we a movie. I mean, unless we a show of a thriller, give me the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But I digress.
Okay. All right. I feel you. All right. Well, thank you all so very much for watching us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all your social media. We do have one comment from Trick at. Oh Lord. Yes, it was a strange episode. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, right. It left me thinking, did I miss something? Thank you, Trick Ass 1964. Hope I'm saying your name right. I'm not trying to be funny. Enjoying the name though.
When I got it, I was like, whoop. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share on all your social media. Until next time, live long and prosper. We've got questions and we know you have answers, so make love to our senses in the comments. Drop them down below.